I see the real Mr. Gbody in here. Yeah, let me get my stream set up. We're gonna get this thing, we're gonna get this party moving, man. We're gonna get the whole party moving. Alright, there we go. So we're gonna go live right now. Here we go. All right, it's your main man E Vapors, and we are here on Cartalk TV. Your boy Car Show Rail, and of course myself, E Vapors, man. We are Cartalk TV, man, and tonight we got a special guest, man. The real Mr. Gbody is gonna be here tonight. Let's go get things started, man. I don't think y'all ready for this one. You might as well get ready, because it's going down. Let's go, man.
What's going on? What's up, brother?
Hey, man, all is well, man. I just don't think the people are really ready for the real Mr. Gbody, man, but I believe tonight's going to be one of those dope interviews that we're going to remember for a long time.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah.
That's tuning in. Well, Facebook, YouTube.
Oh, yeah. So we're live right now. Like I said, here on IG, man. We're live on Facebook, Cartalk TV, and we're live on Cartalk TV on YouTube, man. So we got a lot of people tapping in from different places, man. So let me just go ahead and, again, welcome you properly to Cartalk TV, man. Cartalk TV, myself, Car Show Rail. You know, Car Show Rail is right up there in the Maryland DMV area where you are. Yeah. So we just want to bring the car community together, man, and we want to just bring all different types of folk, man. And when I started following your page on my new journey into the Gbody community, man, you was one of them guys that really stood out, man. And I'm just really blessed to have you here tonight, man. So tell everybody, man, where are you from? Let's start. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from the state of Maryland. Born and raised here. Currently, originally from PG County, but I'm here in Anne Arundel County.
No doubt, PG County. I hear that. I got some people up there in PG County, man, and I try to make my way up to the DMV area as often as I can, man. I love it up there. And when I think car culture, I always look at car culture regionally. For your particular region, man, what would you say is the dominant car culture? You know how you got your imports, you know how you got your classics, you might have your supercars. In your opinion, what would you think is the dominant car culture in your area?
The B-body platform. Like, I still think, to this day, I think we still like the B-body capital.
The B-body capital of the world is right there in the DMV, or specifically Baltimore, Maryland area?
I think more towards the PG and DC on that side of town.
Gotcha. Yes, sir. And look, my co-host Car Show Rail, man, he always asks this question. So I gotta ask the main first question. What was your first car?
It was what was it, 85 or 86 Grand Marquis.
Oh, okay, Grand Marquis. So about how old were you when you got that?
I think I was about 15, ready to turn 16. I just got my license.
Gotcha. Were you working and you bought it, or was it gifted to you, passed down to you? How did that work?
It was a gift. It was a gift for me and my father. You know, we had a deal. He was if I was the first to get my license out of our household, then he would buy me a car. And then by me being the youngest, I was pretty much the first one. So he was super excited about that.
Gotcha. So with your first car, man, what was that like, man, getting your first car, man, going up to the school? Or what was some of your fondest memories, man, of having your first car, having that Grand Marquis on the road, man?
I was pretty excited about it, you know, just having it, but that wasn't really what I was into. I always appreciate having it. Actually, to this day, we still have that car. I really don't post it much. I think but it's, like I said, it's just sitting around right now. But I think we probably going to end up jumping back on it. But like I said, it was always something that I really wasn't into. But it was a gift. I always appreciated it. It was, you know, we got around with it.
Yeah.
I ended up growing onto the car because of the area that I was from. Those cars were popular. So around that time, I was living in Anne Arundel County. And we were so close to Baltimore, so any like trends that was going on in Baltimore, it would trickle over to, into our county. So like the guys, they were driving like Crown Vics, the Grand Marquises, and you know, with the white walls, and so I ended up growing into it for a few years, and then I ended up, you know, we ended up getting rid of the car. Not necessarily get rid of it. I actually passed it on to a brother of mine.
Gotcha, man. I kind of think back to my childhood, man, and I wasn't that fortunate, man, to have a car at that age. I didn't get my first car until I joined the military, man. But I could only imagine, man, being, you know, 15, turning 16, man, with my own wheels. I wouldn't have cared what kind of car it was for me. I was on. You ever heard of Pat and Charlie? You familiar with that car?
What was it again?
We used to call it Pat and Charlie.
What's that?
Pat and Charlie stands for left foot and right foot. That means we was walking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we call that Pat and Charlie, man. So I was walking back in the day, man. So I just think it's dope, man, when I hear stories of people's first cars at an early age, you know, at 15, 16 years old, man. So I think that's dope, man. Well, what was your car progression, man, from, if you want to kind of take a step back in the past, man, and start going from that Grand Marquis at 15, 16, what was the progression of cars?
Like I said, that scene there was growing in that area that I was in. But another thing, imports was real big at the time. Well, it was growing. I think I caught that right in that. I wouldn't necessarily say like that Fast and the Furious. They came out a little bit after, but like a little bit before that. Then once that Fast and the Furious, once that came out, then that's when it blew up. That's when it blew up. And by then I was already into it. So
Yeah, that Fast and Furious time frame, I caught a little bit of that, you know. I had the 96 Mitsubishi Eclipse, and that was the main car in the first Fast and Furious. And then even when the Tokyo Drift Fast and Furious came around, I had the main car in that one too, which was the 350Z, man. So for a little while, I thought, you know, I was, you know, the real life Fast and the Furious, man. And speaking of Fast and Furious, I was reading a couple of your posts recently, man. It sounds like, I could be wrong, sounds like you crawling your way into the drag strip, like taking a serious look at drag strip.
yeah, Don't Master has a corporation that a sport that they're coming out with is called the NDRA. Which
Yeah.
National Dunk Racing Association.
Yeah.
They have a G-Body, you know, they opening the doors for our platform, for the G-Body platform. It's already popular. You know, people have been racing G-Body for years and racing them on rims and stuff like that. But the one thing that stood out to me and really gave me like real big interest into it was the classes, and they broke it down. So they have a heavyweight class, they have a middleweight class, and they have this lightweight class. So I was recently reading the rule book, and most of the requirements that they have in that class, my car fits it perfect. So it's like you have to have is it a big block or small block? You got to have like working speakers in the trunk, like subs, and pretty much it's like a street style car. And like really the only safety requirements that you really had to have was like a diaper for the engine, a safety jacket, and a helmet. So,
Gotcha. So there's no requirement for the harness type seatbelt or anything like that for that class?
the harness was another one. But
Okay, harness. Gotcha, man.
Middleweight and the heavyweight class is like it goes deeper into it because those cars are way faster. So you got to put a cage in it and you got to go from there with it. Yeah, but the lightweight class, that was like I look at it as them opening the door for guys like myself who really don't want to cut a car up too much. Still have fun with it. It's a streetable car, and it gives us an opportunity to get into it, and experience that part of the racing part of it.
Yeah, I first heard about the NDRA when I met Dunk Master back in October at the Scary Fast event that him and Demonology 638 hosted. And, he was going on and on about the NDRA is the only way. he kept saying it over and over. I said, man, when you have your own association, man, and you actually put it out to the people and people start responding. So I'm hearing you talk about the lightweight class, and I've heard several other people talk about the different classes. So we can talk NDRA. And I recently just downloaded the video game that he has. What is that game called? I just downloaded the app.
Door Slammers too.
Door Slammers 2, I literally just downloaded it. I've been tinkering with my car, man. I done spent money in there trying to buy stuff. I said, man, I'm trying to pull up on somebody, man, on Door Slammers 2.
That game is addictive, man.
Bro, I'm saying I spent real money. You know how you can buy money? You spend money to get, boosts and different things?
I did the same thing, man. Where you got to buy the gold and stuff. Man, that game is addicting.
It is, and I just downloaded it, man. I said, look, I'm just trying to pull up on Dunk Master and give him a hard time messing with him. So now I see I might have to pull up on Mr. Gbody on Door Slammers 2. Can we set that up?
Oh yeah, we could definitely set that up, man. Like I said, man, shout out to Dunk Master, man. I see G Dog, he in here. Shout out to G Dog. Them guys, they've been real supportive, man. I support them as well. Ever since when I first got introduced to them guys, man, like it's been up and up since then. Like real big inspiration, real cool, down to earth guys. Like I met them guys in person, and from there, like anything that they got going on, I'm gonna stand behind it and support it, as long as it's positive and ain't no bullshit behind it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Those really, really good guy, man. Like I said, when I met I know he go by Dunk Master, man. I like to say Sage. When I met Sage, man, just a good regular dude, man. Camera and stuff, we all turn it on for different type of things when we're doing things, man. But when you cut the cameras off, you can kind of really get to know the person, and he's just a regular family type dude. And you see the family around him. I think that's important, and that's one thing I noticed about yourself, man. I see you got the family involved with what you're doing, man. How important is family involvement in what you're doing?
I'm blessed to have my family involved in it, to be honest with you. They very, very supportive. My wife, kids, man, they stand behind me 100% with it going on. They've been around it. It's almost like the same thing I went through. Like, they've been around it their whole life. It's the same thing with me. Like, my father, he was always in the car. My uncles, cousins, man, like the family. Like, anytime we have functions, still to this day, like, you have functions and stuff like that, it'll look like a car show out there, So we've always been into it. My kids, I introduced it to them, and then, they've been pretty much taking off with it as well.
Yeah, I think that's dope, man. I'm a family-oriented guy myself, man. I love cars, and I'm having a 84 Monte Carlo built right now, up in Clinton, Maryland with ARC Motorsports, and I even have a project that I'm going to be working on with my bro. He go by SS Life.
Oh yeah, that's Donna.
Yeah. So me and SS Life doing something, man. And I think it's so crazy, man. When I first started trying to learn about the Gbody and get into the Gbody world, I literally hit up all kind of people, man. And the three people that I'm in contact with the most are all in the same area: ARC Motorsports, the real Mr. Gbody, and SS Life. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's a good thing because I can get to you guys in 3 hours and boom, I'm there. But I'm just looking forward to learning. And I want you to take a look at something that I got here in the background. This video right here.
Oh yeah.
Man, there she go. There she go, man.
We shot that. There you go, right there. I shot that video right before it got cold.
And when I tell you that is a beautiful looking car, there's a even better picture of that car, man. What would you call that particular color? Is it just regular purple? Or is there a specific name for that color of purple, lavender, or whatever?
It's Plum Crazy Purple off the Mopar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My favorite, I swear, man, out of all the paint companies and the paint line, Mopar, my favorite. Every car I get in it, if it has to be painted, I decide to paint it, it's going to be some type of Mopar color. I feel like that's the best. They came out with the line of the best colors.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little partial.
It's not hard.
Yeah, no, it's hard though, man. I'm a little partial to that color scheme, man. I'm a Kobe guy, Laker guy. So when I first saw your car, that's the first thing I thought in my head. Then the second thing I thought in my head was, well, I guess I won't be creating a Laker colored car since it's already been done. I'm trying to do something different.
I'm about to switch it up though, man. I'm gonna do away with the gold.
Oh man, I gotta do something different, man. Everybody done seen you. You done knocked that one off, man. You knocked that one all the way down, bro. She's real tough, man. And I love the cowl hood. Is that something that you did, or did you work with a shop to put things together?
You talking about with the rack?
Yeah, the hood, and everything. Are you working with a shop, or some of those things you're doing yourself in your place?
I That's what I do for a living. I paint for a living. So at the shop that I was working at, we ended up changing a lot of parts and painting. Like I painted that car myself, did body work, a lot of stuff that I've done besides build the motor itself. Everything that's on that car has been touched by me.
I think the people got to hear this again, man. So you saying you paint?
Yeah. That's
You
it. 9 to 5, 9 to 5, go to the paint shop. I paint for Chevrolet. Well, now I'm working at Chevrolet dealership. But when that car got painted, I was working at a Volkswagen dealership painting.
so if you're, I'm trying to figure something out now. If you're painting and you doing this right here too.
Console.
Come on, man.
Go to the event, shoot. Go to the event, shoot the video.
And y'all got merch like this right here.
Come to the tent. Meet me at the purple tent.
Yeah. So you got merch. You're painting. You're working on consoles. I mean, what would you say? What are those things that you might have to farm out or have someone else do in conjunction with the great work that you're doing with yourself?
I don't know. You talking about as far as source?
Yeah, you know how sometimes some things you might want to outsource, whether it's due to time or you just work really well with a particular company, or it's not something that you particularly want to spend a lot of time on. Are there things that you might decide to farm out to another shop or have somebody else do?
I mean, if it gets to the point where I start to get overloaded with work or whatnot, then we might have to expand and just hire people on.
Okay, I want to ask you about the G report, bro. Now, I saw some videos and I thought I was looking at some Netflix, some documentary type. I just saw the cameras, the lighting, the slow motion. I saw all of that, man, and I'm like super excited, man. I'm like, okay, bro, I'm gonna need a little bit more, man. Are there any things in the work for the G report down the road? I know everything is time consuming and you're one man, but man, I thought the G report was something really, really dope. That in my mind was like, this is really about to go crazy.
Yeah, the G report. That's a series on YouTube that I got going on. I honestly I've taken a break from it because of the workload that I've been dealing with. But I'm gonna get back on it once the seasons fire back up. COVID messed a lot, man. I had some plans, and COVID kind of came and messed it up for us. But it's all good though. Hopefully, we can get everything under control this season that's coming. If not, then I'll settle for 2022 season. But I definitely want to bring it back. But anyway, the G report. That's just me giving you pretty much my perspective or my vision on the event. So anybody that missed out on it, or somebody that may even have been there or whatnot, like pretty much I try to shoot in a different perspective, like as if I'm seeing it if you was there watching it.
I thought it was real dope, man. When I first saw it all kind of formulating and you was kind of dropping little clips on Instagram, man, I was kind of like, oh man, you was putting them nice little short teasers out there, enough to get folk interested, man. So I really do hope that scheduling wise, time wise, that you're able to.
You go on the YouTube channel, The Real Mr Gbody. It's the same handle spelled out the same way. The full version of those videos are on there. I think I had about 7 or 8 episodes of it.
Yeah, I want to make sure we send everybody there, man. So y'all heard my man. Make sure y'all get over to his YouTube channel, The Real Mr Gbody. That's DAREAL Mr Gbody, The Real Mr Gbody, man. So make sure y'all get over to YouTube and check my man out and watch those episodes, man. And make sure you're in position for when the new season starts, man. But this is an absolutely beautiful car, man. Do you mind telling us about the wheels and what type of offset, what type of brand the wheels are, and why you might have gone with that particular setup?
That car there, that's my budget bill. A lot of people don't believe it, but trust me, there's not a lot of money tied into that car. That car is a learning experience for me, and I've. It started out as something like I was just jokingly like I picked that car up to prove to prove a point to myself. I wanted to do something different. I started out in the import scene, and I was real heavy into it. And I just wanted to do something different. So that's what
And
I ended up.
and when you talk about you didn't spend a lot of money on these cars. Now, you know, me being new to the game, I've been over the last couple of months been doing a lot of research, getting pricing for different type of bills. What would you consider not a lot of money for those that aren't familiar with the G body setup and current pricing for the G body at different levels? What would you consider not putting a lot of money into it?
Well, nowadays people are spending like 30 and up on cars, some and it, as low as like 20,000. 20 and up, that's I mean, depending on the car itself, you might be spending that on the car. But back then, you know, you get them cars fairly cheap. Like those cars, you buy them cars like in running condition for under $5 grand back in the day.
Oh yeah, you when you say back in the day, that's definitely not right now. Because again, you know, I've been on my hunt for the last, I would say within the last 4 months. When my I-8 went in the shop, it kind of sparked my mind and reignited my passion for the Monte Carlo SS, man. And I've had that passion since I was a little kid. And I actually had a 2011 Chevy Camaro for several years, even up until when I bought the I-8, man. Um, but with that being said, man, we see the Monte Carlo SS. What's another car that you feel like you would like to have and put some work into, unless it's one of them top secret things you can't kind of reveal what you might be looking at working on next?
If I was to do another car,
Yeah.
I would go back a little bit further and do like a 70. I'll do like a '70s Nova. That's like the dream car there. I think once I get that car and start building on that one, I think that might be my last one.
Mm. Now hold on. Let's not even play that game because this is being recorded. And anytime I hear a brother say, "My last car, my last build," usually 3 months down the road there's a new build. So do you? Let's call a timeout on that.
Right. I don't know, but I think that's like I said, that's been a like a childhood dream car. Always wanted it, so I think the time and the time and the effort I would put into something like that, it would be so time consuming. It would probably be my last one.
I got you. And that makes sense, man. And does the car have a name? Do you have a specific name for this car?
It's a missing identity.
Missing identity. Now you got to tell us. You have to tell us where that came from. You didn't just pull it out of a hat. Where did missing identity come from?
Started out when the car started out, we called it. Well, people started calling it Purple Rain, and then I guess it's like a popular name for a lot of cars that are called Purple. So many. I started seeing so many people use the same name. I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going, we just gonna get rid of the name. So we was trying to find a name for it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna call it Missing Identity since we can't come up with a name for it. With me and a group of friends, we was talking about, just coming up with different names and different ideas, and couldn't come up with nothing. So I was like, I'm just gonna call it Missing Identity.
So you did what Prince did. I don't know if you remember when Prince, my man that did Purple Rain, he came up with the artist formerly known as Prince. He just got rid of his name.
Yeah.
So y'all went with the Missing Identity, which I think is really dope, man. And let's take a look on the inside of Missing Identity. And I wish this picture was a little bit smaller because I wanted the people to see the purple harness, seat belts, and you installed all that yourself.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
So I'm actually in the process of doing the interior over. That's why the carpet is a different color. So most of the interior would be similar to the color of the carpet.
Now let's take a look at this right here. Now,
No,
what we looking at? What are we looking at right here?
those are LED sequential tail lights. Any G body besides the 79, 80 Malibu, and the earlier year Monte Carlo, which was the 70, I think 78, 79 year, and the Cutlass. Those earlier years, 70, the 70s. Anything, any other G body, we got that for you. I got that for you.
So basically, what you're saying, I told you I already got an '84 Monte Carlo in the works right now with ARC Motorsports is gonna be here. So you saying that I could order me some LED tail lights for my car at ARC?
Oh yeah, that's where they start. That's how it start. Basically,
You got a customer over here already, right?
oh yeah, and I'm gonna take care of you.
Hey, for sure, man. Again, I've been seeing your work, man, and again, I'm just trying to learn the whole G body game, man. Where would you say you gained the majority of your knowledge in working on the G body?
Forums. Before it was Instagram, we had forums. Like you go online, you have the law. I'm not sure if you're familiar with. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with that. But we had different G body forums like Malibu Racing, gbodyforum.com, MonteCarloSS.com, and a few other ones. And the structure of them forums, man, it was amazing. Like you can go in there and pretty much you really didn't have to ask anybody any questions because people already had write. You can create your own write up, different threads for different things. So if you was looking to do, let's just pull something out of a hat. Let's say if you wanted to do like a dash swap or something like that, or if you was looking to do like some customization on like door panels, anything like that, there was always a write up or something that was done, on there. So you can pull it up, and the guy, whoever was hosting that thread, they would pretty much post pictures, information, step-by-step process, everything, to where you can just pretty much follow that blueprint and put a twist on it, put your own twist to it, or with it like that.
Yeah, no, that's pretty interesting, man. Because like I was saying, man, I drive a BMW i8, man, and my history is with the Camaro. I don't have a history with a G body in any capacity. And when I started my search, I'm just gonna be honest, man. I was met with a lot of resistance. I'm sending out little short professional messages just as a knowledge seeker, and I think the consensus of what I was getting was there really weren't a lot of people that was forthcoming with information. I guess maybe they looked at my page and said, this guy's not even, a part of the culture. I don't know what it was. Can you speak to that? Is it real secretive right now, or is the culture just different from when those forums were in place that you're talking about now?
See, like back then, it's a lot different than how it is now. Like a lot of these guys, they really not even in this culture for the right reason. Just cars overall, just the car culture period. So a lot of it be, personal insecurity. A lot of people be intimidated. A lot of people might think that you might, grow and blow up to be more than what they got going on, or you might have a better program than what they got going on. Some people look at your page and see I8 and think you might invest more money into your G body,
That's called tax where I'm from. They call that tax.
It's crazy.
Hey, we got a question from inside the chat, man. Somebody named Doug asked, is there a price range on the tail lights, or is that something you kind of talk in, like to the customer, offline per se?
Like if you wanted to order a set of boards, like I'm a distributor for a company called Digital, and you to order a set of boards. Let's see, that picture right there is a set of boards that's in a box next to the tail lights and whatnot, and there's a set that's already mounted into the housing. Now, the process is you order that set of boards, you prepay for them. The price, it varies between different vehicles. So let's say if you had a dollar, you would pay $225 up front for your board to get built. It takes 6 to 8 weeks to build it and ship them to me. Once they ship them to me, then you send your lights. So let's say if your lights, they're old, it's an 80s car and they age or whatnot. You send them to me, refinish them. If they need fixing, then we fix them. Put it all together, make them look brand new, send them back to you. Now,
And that,
the
and,
full for we just saying like just a Monte Carlo. The full service that's like $325, and that's with the boards and that's everything included and shit back to you.
okay, that's good. So what if somebody just made a comment? My 82 Regal tail lights came out perfect. Okay, sound like somebody must have did some work with you. Just
Oh yeah,
SS swap and go
yeah.
performance.
Shout out Swap and Go, man. That's that. If you want LS Swap, that's the man to see right there.
Oh Lord. Okay, okay. Look, I want to know as many people in the G body world as I can, man. I'm the type of guy, man. I like to show love, and the co-host of Cartalk TV the same way. Car Show Rail. Again, we like to just promote and show love to the car community, the car culture, man. Because I'm just noticing you don't see a lot of that. There's a lot of and this is me talking. There's a lot of man, I don't want to say backstabbing. I'll just say there's not a lot of extra love out there. It's always I'm better than you versus yo, you killing it, I'm killing it, they killing it. Do you ever experience anything like that, man, when you go to meets or just maybe even virtually on social media?
I think in the earlier years I dealt with it, and then as time progressed, I no longer deal with like trolls or anything like that, or anybody that's like extra like competitive. And I think because they seen pretty much where I come from with the car, I think I showed them the entire process. And like I said, times have changed back in the back a few years ago when we first started out with Instagram. Right now, like I said, you might run across anybody right now. They just might have a G body because it's popular. Some people really aren't passionate about it, about the culture or anything in it. They just, if me, you, and a million other people got them, they just gonna buy it too and just get hit with it. But
Yeah,
me honestly, I think those are the people that you're running across. Like you just probably just run across the wrong people. Because there's a lot of people that's out here that's supportive, got a lot of information, and don't mind giving it up. I still run across them guys like.
yeah, and when I narrowed my list down to folk that I've been in contact with, yourself, SS Life, and even the guys at ARC Motorsports, man, I think I've had the most conversations with you guys concerning the G body, and I met a brother too virtually. He goes by LS Chevy Rider. He's out in Texas. And I have met some really good ones. I just thought it was interesting, man, that the culture, at least the culture that I ran into, was a little bit standoffish and whatnot, man. But that's just what it is sometimes. Now, I want to just kind of move forward just a little bit, man. Let me get on the right picture here. I want to get back to this picture right here, bro. When I first saw the picture, when I see pictures, I always drop my own captions in there. And when I saw this picture, the caption came in my head was, let me hurry up and get out of here. What was it looked like you about to hop in here, throw that thing in reverse, and leave a little tattoo on the seat, man. What, if you remember, what was you about to do, man, when this picture was taken?
That was Easter Sunday. We was me and the family, we was chilling away. I think I was moving the car that day, and I just so happened I was pulling up in the driveway, and my wife had took that picture as I was coming out of the car.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was dope, man. Just when I kind of do that with myself, man. When I look at pictures, man, I'm always wondering what was the person thinking at the time, of the picture. And I believe your wife is in here in the chat, right?
Yeah, she's probably still in here. There's a few people in here.
Yeah. I've been seeing several people jump in here, man. I've seen some people that talk about how great of work that you do, man. And I think that's a testament to who you are as a person and just.
Elko Edge, that's another guy I just recently dealt with. Real good guy. It's another guy you got to link up with, man. Good guy right there. I'm ready to send his lights out. Y'all will probably see his lights within like the next in the next few hours. I just finished his setup and ready to ship it out, but I'm gonna post a video of crazy set for the El Camino.
That's crazy. Now, what are some of your favorite parts when it comes to these consoles, man? I've seen several videos and pictures that you posted. I even saw you, if I'm not mistaken, you were either in Lowe's or one of those stores, man. So you were actually starting from scratch? Can you tell the people, are you starting from scratch, or is there a console kit and you just paint it and put the leather, and it's a kit, right?
From scratch, man. Or go and I'll be in Home Depot, man. Like bi-weekly, I'm in there all the time. Grabbing them 4x8s, them 4 foot by 8 foot boards, the MDF boards. Yeah, loading them up in the truck, man. Cut them down. Whoever need one, you know, get the measurements right. And the good thing is, I have my car and I have my wife's car, so somebody can put an order in, and then I can make the template, or I can make the boards. I can make it with my car, and then I'll go to them. I'm lucky enough to get clientele that was out here that's local. So I can go to them and pretty much fine tune the measurements or whatever, and then go back home and finish it up.
Wow, I think that's absolutely dope, man.
And,
So literally, when I say we, people, you know, with this particular skill set, have the ability to build a car from home, whether we're talking about the engine, the LS swap, or a small block, or whatever you plan on doing, the interior, your sound, it can all be done right at home in your garage. And because that's what you're telling me, that Mission Identity was built pretty much right at your house, right?
yeah, it started out in the parking lot. I wish I had them photos with me. I wish I can pull them pictures up. Because before I even had a house, I lived in a townhouse. I had a corner parking spot. That car, when I brought it home, that car, rust was falling off the car when it was coming off the tow truck, man. We started on that car outside in the parking lot.
So the complete process, how long did that take, would you say, from when you first pulled it off the truck to when you could stand back with your arms folded and say, hey, yeah, she ready now?
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that moment, man.
Well, look, no, I know. Okay, let me back up, because now you're a perfectionist and you know the ins and outs of what you can do and what is even possible. But for a guy like me, where it's at right now, let me rephrase it. Where it's at right now from when it came off the truck, how long did that process take, give or take?
It's going on 8 years.
You said 8 years?
Yeah.
You said 8 years?
8.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Don't get me wrong. You can get it done quicker. You can get that done. That right there, you can get that done in a year. But at that time, you know how it is. When the money ain't right, yeah, you gotta hustle it up. You know, you gotta learn patience.
Yeah, no, that's those are all facts, man. But this, and I had to go back to a picture of the car, man. I really love that Laker. I'm just gonna say that Laker color scheme, or that LSU color scheme, or anybody that uses purple and gold color scheme. What was your reasoning going with that particular color scheme?
The first color scheme was purple and silver. It was purple up top and silver down the bottom. It was a two-tone. And then we had mixed some custom colors up or whatnot. So I couldn't find a match to the type of purple that it was. So I ended up painting some interior pieces that color of the car now. So by sitting outside or whatever, the paint job that I had on it at first started to fade. And, it was like a big snowstorm. So my manager was like, hey, man, like, go get your car and bring your car to the shop so it isn't sitting outside in the snow. So I went home, grabbed the car, and went in the shop. So he looked at it, and he was like, hey, you might as well just paint it. Go ahead.
That's
He's
crazy.
like, man, you ever thought of you might as well just paint it. You know, you might as well just do whatever you got to do and paint it. So I ended up doing all the body work, and it was supposed to be a quick, like, few days, sand it down and, reshoot it. And it ended up being like full out. Like, we taking the doors off, fenders off, bumpers, all kinds of stuff, man. Glass being taken out of the car. And then I was like, you know what? We just going to go full-fledged with it. I was going to go with a different color, but like I said, all the interior pieces and the engine bay pieces was that exact color. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to paint the whole car that one color right there.
Man, she tough. Was the hood always that match, you know, with the cowl, or do you have plans to paint it, or you just say, hey, I'm gonna leave it like that?
All right, so I was painting the car, and the hood, I ordered the hood. So the hood had came in, and, the place that I ordered it from, it was damaged, so we had to fix it or whatnot. Now, by the time we got the hood fixed, the car was already painted, so I had to paint the hood separate from which car. So I ended up painting the hood wet sand, buffing it, spent all this time on the hood. We get the hood on the car, it don't even match. And we was like a day or two from bringing the car back out. That was like the last, the last piece to the puzzle, and it wasn't even right. So I had to call. I was like, man, I gotta figure something out. So I called. I was gonna leave it like that. I really didn't have time to repaint it, so I called a buddy of mine up, Retro Graphics, and he came out and he wrapped that hood for me.
I think it actually plays off pretty good, man. Because, you know, generally, you know, you see the car the whole color, and I think it plays off really good. Like, again, like it was meant to be done that way.
Right.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing the hood first, and then afterwards he was like, probably need some more stuff, just to kind of balance it out. Cause he's almost like a perfectionist, like myself. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it'll be a good balance to it. All right, there we go.
Are you good?
All right,
Yeah.
so we was sitting there discussing how to really like balance that, because the car is all purple. You got this gold striping and stuff like that with just this black hood. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do the trunk too. And it's like carbon fiber 3D, like the wrap. So the hood was done that color. And I was like, you know what? It'd probably look good if we did the trunk as well. Just to kind of balance it out a little bit. And it worked out. It worked out for me, man.
Yeah, nah, it's tough. Like I said, man, it almost looked like that was the plan from the beginning. Now, look, you got this slogan on your hoodie, man, and I needed people to know, if you can go in a little bit more detail, it says "Nobody left behind," man. What does that mean, and where does that come from?
Oh yeah, one big family, Team Gbody, man. If you own one, if you support one, you don't even have to have one. If you support the movement, you are part of the family. No matter what type of shape your car is in, what type of, I don't care what you have on it. If you own one, you want to buy, and we ain't leaving nobody behind. Any type of information you need, any type of support, anything, like we right there with you. We ain't leaving nobody behind. Any type of opportunity, my opportunity is your opportunity.
Nah, that's dope, bro. And again, man, before I even talk to you about doing an interview, just off of the strength of, I like what you was doing. I just like to support people, man. I saw you had merch. I said, yo, let me go ahead and get my Gbody hoodie. So when I get my Gbody, I already got something, what I'm saying, in place.
I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, yes, sir, man. And if you don't mind talking about it, man, on that same line of nobody left behind. That's definitely not the consensus of most people. I think most people that I'm seeing in all car cultures, it seems to always be about them. What makes you want to put that in the forefront of nobody left behind?
Experience. Pretty much, shit. When I was building and doing what I was doing with my car, man, like, there's a lot of people that reached out, and we all related, reaching out to people not responding, left on red, people not giving me information, people try to charge me for information, stuff like that. So I always told myself, man, like, whenever I get to the point where I got that type of platform, like, it's going to be totally different. Like, I'm just going to come with a whole different approach. And I'm just going to be, that guy that, that's going to, all the people that people shitted on, I'm just going to gather them all up. And then we just going to become, we going to become one.
Nah, that I love that, man. And I had to go back to the video, man, because I love burnouts for one. I definitely love burnouts, and I have an all-wheel drive BMW i8, so I'm not privileged enough to be able to do any burnouts.
Right.
Are you a burnout type of guy?
No, I'm more of a cruiser. I like cruising, but I like the adrenaline, like racing and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I know you pretty much was on the Gbody, or my particular car I'm going for the looks. You know, I'm going for the car shows. And you're definitely about to cross that bridge into the drag strip. Is there a fine line of what you can do on the racing side that might take away from the visuals of it, or are you going to be able to have it visually car show winning type car and still be able to hit the track after the car show?
See, that's why I chose to join the NDRA, because you know the way that the car is now, only thing that I honestly have to probably change is the wheel itself. So the car can still look flashy and still, you know, the way that the car sits or whatever, I can run that car just like that.
In the NDRA, in that lightweight class, are you able to, you know, go to a smaller wheel and put slicks on it, or is that allowed in that class?
I think the minimum requirement might be like a 22 or 24-inch wheel, and it
Okay,
worked out in my favor because I was going to change the wheels anyway. I was going upside.
gotcha. And it's funny, when you just said about 22s, I love my boy SS Life, man. You know how you see a lot of these G bodies on 26s and crazy wheels and stuff, man. And when
Yeah.
I look at his builds, he don't play with them big wheels.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He usually keep it clean.
Yeah, and I almost kind of look at least this particular build here the same way. It just has a clean look to it, but with that cowl hood, it looked like something none of there, and it looked like don't play with me at the light. So what cars that people are familiar with, newer production cars, would you say you don't have no problems with?
I don't know. I done knocked off a few LS power cars. I really haven't had any. I really haven't had any run-ins with no Hellcats, anything like that.
Right.
It would probably be. I'm pretty sure they'll come out on top. I'm not gonna say it loud, you know.
Yeah, because you know those
But
are some of
that car, the way it was built, it was mainly built for like a lot of cruising. It's a fun car. Like it has some power, it got some balls behind it, but it's mainly for cruising and sound good. And if I really want to get on it or catch up with somebody, like it got the ass behind it.
Yeah, you know, you always got to ask that question, man. You know, because you
Yeah.
know it seems like that's the measurement for a lot of guys, man. It's like, man, my car is faster than your car, and you know, I like fast cars, you know, but if I'm going to race, I want to be on the track. I had a great experience in Memphis in October when I met Dunk Master and Demonology, and
Yeah.
I got to do some road racing. So I didn't get to do any digs, but I got to do some road racing, man, and I fell in love with racing on the track. After I got my first couple wins,
Oh yeah.
I got some, and I was racing in the I-8, and you know, so you got, it's not a race car, you know what I mean? But if you
Right.
get caught slipping, it's too late in the quarter mile.
It'll get you.
Yeah, so I got me a couple W's, man. I got me a little couple W's on the scat packs. I got me a W on a manual Hellcat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to getting in again the whole G body world, man. And in my perfect G body world, man, you know, I'll have three of them.
Uh-huh.
I have three of them. One that's sitting on some 26s, right? Tucked in, killing it. Tucked in and everything. Sound system in the trunk, the whole nine. Crazy, right? T-top jump.
Gotcha.
Another one is gonna be that LS swap, that killer on the track, like, you know, got slicks on the back, that's just straight mean. And then the other one is gonna be like a FBI agent, right?
Right.
On the outside, she's gonna be clean, unique, car show ready, probably sitting on, you know, 22s or 20s or something like that. But
Right.
under that hood, gonna be some secret sauce up under there. That's my ideal lineup. What is your ideal lineup of, let's say, three cars in that class?
Probably it would probably be the killer first. It would probably be the killer first. The style, like the wheels, tucking the bigger wheels, and then something more modern, like one that's built more modern, you know. Like I'm trying to think. I think Chevrolet Performance, they built one. that was like on 20s, and everything was just so modern. The interior, the dash, everything. You know, that would be like the third thing there.
Yes. So if you had a choice, and I hear people say this, keep it OG or put in Camaro seats, Camaro dashboard, all digital. What are you in if you had to choose, OG or 2020 tech, seats, dash, and everything?
Update the OG stuff.
So a updated dash that looks OG.
Yeah, and then you can still put your digital stuff in it. Like you can still go digital, like the cluster and everything. You can go digital in that. Just update everything, you know, all the old 80 stuff.
But so you're not a Tesla screen guy, because you know that I'm seeing like the straight up everything is touch screen. They got the big old Tesla screen in the middle.
You could do that with the dash.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. I'm just pretty much saying
You could do that. You could do that with your dash. You can do that with the OG dash. You ain't gotta go get no Tesla. You can go do that with a regular dash.
bro, you schooling me, man. I'm gonna tell you, when I go to class, every time I get on the phone with SS Life, right? He put me.
You leave me enough time, you might get a console that might go to the dash with the Tesla. I mean, with the touch screen and everything with it. You leave the car with me long enough.
Well, look, I was already impressed when I saw the consoles that you were making with the lighting that you had in it that can change colors and everything. Is that something that's extremely difficult to do, or maybe to you it's something simple? But is that something that a lot of these cars are coming with these days, with the changing color lights right inside the console?
Nah, I mean it's something simple. Like I said, it ain't nothing but light strips. That's all it is. Is you buy different ones, different colors. Some come with different options. There's a few more wires. That's all it is.
Gotcha. So it's ran off of an app, pretty much.
Huh?
So is that lighting system ran off the app, or is it in car from the dash control changing lights, or is it ran from like an app on your phone?
No, it comes with a remote.
Oh, it comes with a separate remote.
It has like a smaller box, like a brain, if you want to call it that. You know, you mount it inside of the console itself. You know, it has like a little signal wire, and you control it from your phone.
Gotcha. And
look,
look,
that little box, it picks up, you know, I guess vibrations from the music or whatever. If you choose that option, you know, it'll pick up your voice, like the vibration from your voice or whatever. You know, if it feels it, whatever. So.
gotcha. No, that's dope, man. I was having a conversation with my boy, you know, again, SS Life, man, and we was talking like security. You know, I was like, bro, so look, so I said I want to, you know, talk security, man. When we put this car together, man, what are the best, you know, security options? So if I go to the movies and ... and he told me, he was like, don't drive that car to the movies. I was like, I'm like, come on, man. He was like, bro, don't leave them type of cars behind the movie theater at night, man. He's like, that's the number. No, we did talk real security features, but he was like, certain cars you just don't, you know, leave out at the movie theaters 11 o'clock at night behind the building.
And I'll be honest, nowadays, shit, if they want it, they're gonna come get that. Like, there's guys out here who had their whole truck, car, trailer, everything stolen from them.
Hold on, you mean like if you go down to Bike Week, or you go to MLK, or you go to the Super Bowl, the whole truck, car, and trailer gone?
Gone. If they want it, they're gonna come get that. They gonna come.
Now, I remember back in the day with Myrtle Beach, you know, with Bike Week, a lot of the boys would get the downstairs hotel room, and they would take the bike inside the hotel room.
Dang.
Yeah, they would actually take their bike inside the hotel room, which obviously, you know, the hotels didn't appreciate, obviously for various reasons, man. But what are some of those security measures that can help deter someone from taking a car like this?
Airbnb, try to get like a house, park the car, you know, at a house, travel with multiple people. That way you're not traveling by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, like when I travel with my car, I take some chains with me. I chain and lock my car down on the trail.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And
sometimes I park where I can block the car. Like if it's a wall or something like that, I might park the car or back it in to where, you know, the back of the car sits right up against the wall. That way, the only way you're gonna come get it, you got to take the truck and everything with it. So.
Yeah. No, that's crazy, bro, man. I did 20 years in the military, man. So, you know, I'm the type of dude where in the military we got this thing called watch.
Okay.
You know, we do like 4-hour watch periods. So it'd be like, all right, bro, you got it from midnight to 4.
Gotcha.
And you got it from 4 to 8. Like there's always somebody on watch in the military. And my mind worked that the same way. You know, if I go out of town with, you know, with the fellas or whatever, I'm on that type of time, bro, to where I'm really on some, yo, we need eyes on it. Especially if the hotel doesn't have valet. Now, I will say when we went to Memphis, the hotel that the YouTubers stayed at, and we're gonna have another event April 9th through 10th in Dallas. That's gonna be a really, really dope event. The hotel that we stayed at had a locked and gated parking lot.
Well,
Locked and gated parking lot, and there was always somebody on duty with the valet service.
dang.
So and I was told that's why they chose that particular hotel, because they didn't want a hotel with an open parking lot that anybody could come in and out.
Right.
Yeah, so I think I'm adding that to my list when I'm looking for hotels. I think that should be the #1 option when you have, and the valet was cool, man. Like the hotel was like, because a lot of guys didn't want the valet to drive their car. So he said, hey, man, we'll just open the gate for you guys. I know it's a lot of y'all and y'all take pride in your cars. We'll just open up the gate. So I thought that was a cool experience. So the way my mind works now, when I get my G body and I travel, that's the type of hotel that I'm going to be looking for. Now, I rented a car when I was in Memphis. The I-8 that I had in Memphis, I rented it, but I have an I-8. But my I-8 was in the shop. My I-8 was literally in the shop from August 25th to January 14th. You ever had a car down that long?
Yeah, I had that car.
This car.
Yeah, that was part of the reason why I had to paint it. The motor was being built. Like I had a guy that was building the motor for it, and instead of me pulling it out and sending it down there to him, I told him, "I'll look, just take the whole car." And man, he had that goddamn car almost 2 years, man.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm reading this comment here from, was it KJ Rims and Custom. It was talking about Memphis, Tennessee. Track Mania going on 7 years. Never had a problem here. That's good when you don't have no problems like that. And I see Miss G Body said, thank you for your service. Hey, it's all good, man. I would do it all over again.
I don't even see the comments anymore. They stopped.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That was one of the last comments from KJ Rims and Customs, man. He was saying Track Mania going on 7 years. Haven't had any problems down there, man. But one question for you, man. Like, what drives you to continue to be great, man? And I see where you started with, I saw some of those pictures of that car in the parking lot on your page. What drives you to keep going to the next level?
Shit, seeing y'all, man. The feedback from the people and everything. Like, people still reach out and people be inspired, and you know, they share like good words and stuff like that. So it keeps me going. It keeps me going. Plus, me, I'm a busybody, so I can't sit still. I'm always tinkering with something or always working on something. But
Yeah.
it's multiple things. Like a lot of stuff that inspire me. You know, a lot of people they might see that I might have more, or my car might be at a certain point that maybe, you know, at a, you know, more advanced level than what their build may be. But the whole time I might, you know, me personally, I'll be motivated by the guys that be in the earlier stages and stuff like that.
Yeah, we had somebody ask a question in the chat, man. Tell everybody the website they can get the Mr. G Body hoodies from. Somebody was asking.
TeamGbody.net.
KingGbody.net, like KING.
No. Team T.
Oh, Team G Body. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm from the country, man. Team G Body. TEAMGB. I'm typing Gbody.
.net.
.net. .net. TeamGbody.net. There it is. I just typed it in there. TeamGbody.net, man. Y'all can go get your G Body, man. Hey, it's cold around here in North Carolina. I know it's a little colder up north, But
Yeah, you can get shirts, hoodies, hats coming up soon. Decals will be posted soon. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to update the site, but merch is still there. So more merch, more products are coming very, very soon.
yeah. Hey, we got a question for you, bro. From Stroker JR350. Can we bring back Purple Rain name for the NDRA?
No, it'll always be missing identity, man. Shout out to Stroker Jr., man. If you need anything on the performance side, that's the guy to see right there.
Stroker Jr. 350, y'all. Hey, he done got the endorsement from the real Mr. Gbody, man. Y'all need that performance hit. Hey,
that's a bad man there.
Hey, yeah, y'all hit him up, man. And Jay, I think it's man, I'm gonna mess your name up. Jawan93 said he gonna order a hoodie.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, look, I'm not gonna hold you all night, man. But just tell everybody, man, what is the future hold for Team Gbody, man? What is the future hold for you guys?
Pretty much, it's up in the air right now. Like I said, we going through some different things, making some transition. So you never know what might happen, man. I'm just looking forward to building with people and building more relationship with you guys. You know, anybody in the Gbody community, even if you're not, you know, looking to expand and go from there. I'm more of a go with the flow type of guy. So
Gotcha.
I'm not necessarily gonna say what exactly I have in store for things in the near future because of this COVID and stuff going on, but it's definitely gonna be something that we'll pick up from where we left off at.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I took for granted, man, all of the cars and coffees and the different pull-ups. I took those different events literally for granted, you know, before COVID, and now it's like I can't wait to get back to that, man. I know we spoke earlier, man, about my co-host Car Show Rail, and tell me a memory you had with Car Show Rail and his car crew back in the day, man, and what kind of inspiration you might have gotten from that.
See, like I never really had the chance to meet Cartalk Rail, but Rail was a piece of our region's history years back, like before I even started really getting too heavy into the car. Like he was like one of the guys I always seen like on YouTube. And he had car shows, and he was like one of the top guys back in the day, you know. Him and his club as well. So he was like, we looked at him like me personally, I can't speak on everybody, but me personally, I looked at him as one of the icons, you know, one of them guys.
Yeah, no, I think that's dope, man. Because I'm a history type guy, man. Because a lot of times when people meet you today, they kind of take you at face value for what you're doing today, and they may not understand your value in the world today, and you may not get the full respect because they don't know the full story. So I appreciate you sharing that about Car Show Rail and his importance to the culture. Tell us, man, what are some of the things that the world doesn't know about you, man, that if they knew, they would have a different appreciation or respect for the real Mr. Gbody?
I'm a workaholic, man. Workaholic. I wake up and do the same thing y'all do every day. There's nothing more special about me, you know. I'm a father. I love my kids. I'm an autism father. And like I said, cars is pretty much my life.
Yeah, no, that's dope. No, that's dope, man.
Everything, I keep good balance between myself, you know, my hobbies and my family.
Yeah, so you gonna outwork them is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, and on that note of autism, man, I bought a watch a few months ago, man. It was for autism awareness. It was a watch, and the pattern was the puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
So that's a watch that I wear pretty regularly, man. But when you buy the watch, they donate a percentage of the money to autism awareness, man. So every time I wear that watch, people always ask me, "Yo, what is that watch all about with all of the crazy puzzle pieces on there?" And I can always tell them, "Hey, man, this is for autism awareness, man. It's an opportunity for you to you know, donate money to that, man." So I like just bringing awareness to different causes, man.
Yeah. I also like supporting events that donate to the cause as well. You know, that support them the movements or whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. And that just goes to your character, man, the type of person that you are. It's not about you, you know, it's literally about other people. And that's one of the qualities that I love about you. And I want to salute you, and we want to salute people and give them their flowers while they're still here. It don't need for you to be on no t-shirt talking about the real Mr. G Body. Hey, look, now everybody talking about, man, he was a good dude, man, that was my boy. No, right now, the real Mr. G Body, bro, I watched you before I ever even hit you up. And I like your flow. I like what you're doing. You take care of your wife. You're a family man, and all those things are important. Then I got respect for you in the car game, brother. I
Oh,
want to tell you that.
brother, I appreciate it. Like I said, I just try to stay humble through it all. Like I said, I went through some of the struggles that people may, you know, some of the people may look at and or experience and feel like giving up. Like I went through the same struggles, you know, financially, anything, you know, especially with this car stuff. Like it's crazy. So sometimes I even sit back and I look at it and be surprised, you know, where I came from back then to now, even with that, you know, because it was time then. It's been some rough patches. It's been rough times when shit, you open up an envelope to a $200-300 check, bills due, still got us, you know, still got a hobby to support and everything, you know, family to feed. So you gotta make do with what you got.
But
So still
when
managed to get through all of that and still keep, you know, pretty much my car and everything.
but when people see this right here, they assume that there's no backstory. Like you always been the real Mr. G Body.
Yo, there's a lot of backstory to that, man. Like I said, a lot of hard work and dedication to that. Yeah.
And I think the backstory is way more important than the current story. And I'm glad you spoke on the fact that you went through struggles, you've gone through things, you open up, look, you scared to open up the envelope, you know, to see what the check gonna be. You know what I mean? Because you know what you need, and you hoping what you need is in there, but you got a feeling on the inside that it ain't in there.
Oh yeah.
You know, but it's a testament that you made it through. You're still here. You're still pushing. You're still taking care of your family. You still got a dope car that is well respected. You know what I mean? And I just think that's super, super important, man. So just kind of wrap things up, man. On behalf of myself, Car Show Real. When I tell you, man, I love that story you said about him, man, about, you know, how important he is to the culture and the car culture in Baltimore region and whatnot, man. But if you look at Car Show Real now, you see him, you know, with the Bentley and refined and with the suit on and everything, man. For Mr. G Body, man, you know, are there times where you got to get refined and you know, suited and booted, man? Come on, you know, I know that's a side question, man.
I wish, man. I wish I can get suited and booted. This is my thing. Every time I try to do something like that, I always end up under somebody's hood, somebody's car, or end up getting dirty some type of way when I try to get nice and clean. So now I just try to keep it, like, I keep it neutral. I keep it neutral, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I got a bone to pick with Car Show Real, man, because I was with my wife and I was scrolling on his page, and I think it was him and his wife's wedding anniversary. This dude made me look all the way bad.
Wow.
Went and got a dope hotel room at a bad hotel, opened up the door, got rose petals all on the floor, roses on the bed, and my wife looking at me like, we ain't never did that.
Oh yeah.
So I got a bone to pick with him. So I want to go ahead and help you out. So that way, if you and your wife are ever on his page and y'all scrolling and y'all see the rose trail and all that stuff, go ahead and get your plan together. So that way he don't mess you up like he messed me up.
Or try to beat him to it. That way your work already done.
Oh, I got some stuff that I'm about to do, and I gotta make sure his wife see my page. That's all I got to do. I gotta make sure she see my page, what I'm gonna do for my wife, and I hope she get mad with him.
But you know what's crazy though? Rel was like that with the cars too.
Tell it.
One step ahead of the game.
Bro.
Always a step ahead of the game.
Bro, that's crazy, man. No, and again, his name is not Car Show Real by accident, man. And I know he's sitting over there like, man, y'all play it down. But if your history has it that you were impactful in the community, you was just impactful in the community. That's all it was.
It's probably more than what he think, to be honest. There's a lot of people, that man well known, man. Well respected.
No doubt. And I appreciate you sharing that, man, because we've had some, fortunately, we've had some guests from that area, and just literally out of the blue, they was like, man, when I was a teenager, bro, I remember you had the Tahoe with the doors, and it's like, whoa. And those were some of my first time hearing these stories, because he all, like right now, he's so low key and laid back. I didn't even realize the impact of so many people, the impact that he had on so many people in that region. And I say that to say, I believe that you have that same influence now. And if you continue to stay on this path and package it the right way and market yourself the right way, brother, I believe you're going to have even more influence, because social media is crazy now.
Oh yeah, and that's the plan. That's the main plan right there. Yeah, is to pretty much build a platform and run with it.
Yeah, and you're doing a great job, man. And again, I just want to say, on behalf of myself, Carshall Rail, tell everybody where they can find you on social media, or even locally if there's something that you do locally.
It's the real Mr. Gbody, spelled the same way with the underscores, and pretty much spelled out the same way all across the platform. YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm primarily on Instagram. That's my main hub right there.
Gotcha.
Facebook, I also got a feature page. So if you want to see like other cool looking G bodies or whatever, Team G Body.
Team Gbody. Okay, and so y'all heard that we have your Instagram pinned at the top of this chat, and it's DA_real_Mr Gbody. So it's pinned at the top, man. So y'all make sure y'all follow the real Mr. Gbody, man. Make sure you guys get over to his YouTube so y'all can check out the G report, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all got to make sure y'all get over there so y'all can check out the G report, man. And again, on behalf of myself, E-Vapors, Carshall Rail, man, Mr. Gbody, we want to thank you for joining us tonight, brother.
I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
No doubt, man. So on that note, man, we appreciate you, man. And Cartalk TV, we love you guys, man. And we'll see you next time.